Thanks for staying up late and welcome to the New Mexico ChevyDealers.com Football Friday Night Show. On the show tonight, we'll tell you what we got going on. The Spirit Stick champion is decided. Yes, you waited. You have to wait a little bit longer, and we will be revealing. So stick by your television. Class playoff previews are coming up. All classes we're getting, all the ones that are still playing. And like we always do in this show, we start with our game of the week. State semifinals in 5A, rematch of last year's championship game. Top-ranked La Cueva at the Mayfield Trojans, and La Cueva handed it off to that man, Ronnie Daniels, but he fumbles the football, and Mayfield is there to get it. Tough night for Daniels. He would have 2 fumbles. Ball going Mayfield's way. Ricky Milks gets the ball, and this drive is going to stall. The Bears are like, you got the fumble, but you're not getting more than this. Then Ronnie Daniels making up for the fumble into the end zone. He would rush over 300 yards on 30 carries. Touchdown. 7-0 La Cueva at that point. Mayfield coming back. Brandon Betancourt running and is stopped by the Bears D. Ricky Milks also contributing with Mayfield in the first half as he would have a nice run, but it's La Cueva leading 7-0 after 1 half of play. Mayfield coming out in the second half and getting on the board immediately. Ricky Milks is in, and it's all tied up at 7. And then Mr. Milks is going to get it done. Still in the third.
So, you know what happened?
Long play coming up. 80-plus yards, and Ricky Milks is making people miss. And you know what that means. Open field, 6, and the PAT after. It would put Mayfield up 14-10. Then Zach Nelson, quarterback sneak for La Cueva. The Bears right on top again, 17-14. Fourth quarter action, Brandon Betancourt coming around the corner, and Brandon stretching it out enough where he could cross the line. 21-17 Mayfield. La Cueva, one more chance. Ronnie Daniels running with the football, and Ronnie, his second fumble of the night, and that is huge because that cost him big time in the late fourth quarter. Mayfield wins the game, 21-17. They're celebrating down south.
What a game. La Cueva, great football team. Nobody gave us a chance tonight. But our kids, they came out and they fought. They got guts. They've been going through so much this year with injuries and adversity. 7-4 team came in, and it's going to the state championship. And we're going to win the state championship.
Wow. Bold prediction. Michael Bradley right here on the ChevyDealers.com Football Friday Night Show saying that his Mayfield Trojans will win it. So one half of the championship bracket is set. The other will be decided at Wilson Stadium tomorrow. That's right. The Las Cruces Bulldogs are playing the top seed, the Manzano Monarchs. That will have a 2 p.m. start at Wilson Stadium. The Monarchs have been in this position before, trying to continue their season with the Las Cruces Bulldogs on the other side of the bracket. 5 times these two have met in the postseason. 5 times Las Cruces has advanced. Getting over the hump will not be easy for the top seed, but with quarterback Ryan Trujillo and running back Kevin Reeves operating like a well-oiled machine, anything is possible.
We try not to focus too much on results or outcomes. We try to focus on doing the task at hand and having fun competing. If we do that, I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to be successful.
Las Cruces is good. They've beaten us the last 3 years, I think, and they're a real good team. They've made it far like we've made it far, so we just got to come out and play our best.
Aaron Ocampo and Kevin Reeves. Las Cruces Bulldogs ran through their regular season schedule with a sense of ease. There was one hiccup. The Bulldogs, with D-A-W-G-S, spelled D-A-W-G-S, could not handle the Bulldogs of Artesia, D-O-G-S. And that's the only blemish on the record of the 2010 Las Cruces Bulldogs. The team had a feeling about this year before the first snap.
You can't coach experience. A lot of these kids played last year. Unfortunately, last year, that 2018 we had that went undefeated was predominantly seniors, and these kids didn't play a lot. So last year was a learning experience. We went 7-3. We were co-district champs. We sort of dropped an egg in the playoffs, and I think that helped us realizing how important the playoffs are, and we got to step it up when the playoffs come. So that helped us for this year, and these seniors have a goal, and they understand what it takes.
Remember that deep down, and you just kind of, what it takes to win, and you just can't let that happen again.
All right, we shall see the winner of tomorrow's game once again getting the Mayfield Trojans in the final. Kyle Henderson from NMFF.com is here to talk about the 5A finale, and half of your work is done since we know Mayfield is going to the final. What do you think, man?
You know, it is
Las Cruces Manzano.
You know, it was big time tonight as the Mayfield Trojans topped the La Cueva Bears. And tomorrow we're going to get to see a fantastic matchup. The high-flying Manzano Monarchs taking on Las Cruces right here. Ryan Trujillo doing it big. He's done it big all year long. However, Cruces has beat Manzano each of the last 5 times, so expect Las Cruces to come out fired up on all cylinders, 10-1 on the season, playing 10-1 Manzano. It's going to be an action-packed game from the get-go. I think it's going to be a thriller, and I expect Manzano to potentially edge out the Dogs tomorrow.
Now, what do you think has to happen for Manzano to edge out the Dogs? As we're looking at Las Cruces, Jeremy Berman completing the pass here, what do you think they have to do as far as being effective on all cylinders as far as, you know, well, the Bulldogs, they just have their number.
You know what? I think Manzano really has to just keep that offense going. Ryan Trujillo has done a great job all season long moving that offense with receivers like Kevin Reeves, Josh Bowen, Kyle Lopez. I mean, they have big-time players that make big-time plays in big-time games.
And you look at how short Kevin Reeves is, and you can't believe that guy's making those kind of plays. He's a big-time player and, you know, possibly playing on the next level. I'm sure if he doesn't play at a Division I school, he'll get something from someone because the guy is just all-out talent. And then going back talking about Las Cruces, I mean, we're not talking about slouches here. This is the postseason, and usually these teams from the South, I mean, just look at what happened to La Cueva tonight.
Yeah.
They beat Mayfield during the regular season 45-12, but the playoffs started, just like Clovis the week before gave them a hard time, and they pounded all these teams, but the playoffs are a different story.
You know what? I think it really helps Las Cruces, the fact that Jeremy Berman is healthy. Last week against El Dorado, he threw for 255 yards. Xavier Hall in the backfield, a running back who's rushed for over 1,500 yards. He's only a junior. Las Cruces is high-powered, and they're going to come in tomorrow to Manzano ready to upset that #1 seed.
All right, you heard that right here. Timeout is called. Thousands of votes were cast. The Spirit Stick has a champion. Will it be the Farmington Scorpions, or will it be the Cleveland Storm? The answer is on the way. Also, the Belen Nation is traveling in the postseason. The Aztec Tigers are waiting for the battle of the unbeaten. Details when we return.